Hi everybody. This is going to be a video on how to create a contact form just below the nav bar, like what we see here. This idea came from a commenter on one of my other videos on the Sniffle Valve channel on YouTube, and I thought, let me go and see if I can do something like that. And I played around with it a bit, and it's really not that difficult. So that's what we're going to go through in this video. We're going to recreate what you see here. But I thought in this one we'll give you a little added bonus, and that is creating the local site first. I always like to do most of these in a fresh install. So let's go ahead and do that. It won't take that long. So here's my XAMPP. We'll start Apache, and we'll start MySQL, and then we're going to go create a new database for this site. So we click databases, and I've got WordPress up 3 there, so we'll call this one WordPress 4. Click create. And that's all we need to do there. We'll just leave that there for now. Come back over here to my local C drive. As you can see, I've got all kinds of installations of the uniform server. These are all the different versions, which just goes to show you, you can have as many of local servers on your hard drive as you want, different kinds, mix and match. You can see I've got a few WAMPs. And a few XAMPPs, and this one here is actually the Bitnami version. But this is the one that we're using right now, is XAMPP2. So go ahead and open that. htdocs is where your websites live. And you can see that I've got WordPress 2 and 3, and I've still got old 4.1.1, and here's the latest 4.4.2. So what I do is I unzip the files here, which creates these folders, and inside that you have your WordPress folder. So this is what I do. This was the last one I made. I renamed it WordPress 3, so I'm just going to rename this one WordPress 4, and then copy it, go back to htdocs and paste, and there we go. That's all we need to do. And this is why I left this up here, because, well, what the heck. Let's just go and type in localhost WordPress 4. And we're going through the install. Continue. Let's go. WordPress 4. Okay, XAMPP username is root. There is no password, so it's empty. Remove that. Localhost, the table prefix is fine. Click submit. Run the installer, Sparky, and we'll call it my old Sniffle Valve. And I'm going to use admin because it's local, and my favorite 123, 123. Very weak, of course it is. Never use this on a live site, please, either of these, but for local it's fine. You need a properly formatted email address at the email.com, just anything. We don't have any email functionality turned on, so this is just to satisfy the install. Discourage search engines, of course, because it's local, and click install WordPress. Do 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 do, dum de dum dum dum, do de do do do. And here's, it's going to be 5 minutes if we don't hurry up. Anyways, that's it. Log in, and there's our admin and 123 123, because that's what I always use for local. First thing I like to do is clean this up. So click screen options. Turn off these things, leave at a glance. We know what the update is, that's Kismet, but we don't want either of them. So click that, hit delete, apply. Yes, delete the files, please. And so while we're here, we are going to be using 3 plugins for this demonstration. Beaver Builder Lite, Formidable Forms Lite, and Dambuster. So let's go and install those. And these are all from the repository, and they're all free. So we're going to just type in Beaver, and here it is, install now. And we'll activate that one. And we're going to add a new one. And we'll look for Formidable. And this is the one here, Formidable Forms, light version. Activate that. Okay, and the last one we're going to add is Dambuster. We don't want the tour, thank you, that's fine. Install now and activate it. Oh yes, okay. Oh, can't really activate Dambuster yet because we don't have a Genesis theme installed. So now you see that Dambuster only works with Genesis child themes or a Genesis theme. Well, we'll go ahead and we should install that now. Yeah, might as well. I was going to do it in the default 2016 theme, but I think you get that it'll work there. And what you saw on the initial opening of this video was Dynamic Website Builder as the theme. So we might as well go ahead and do that. Choose file, and here's all the ones I need usually, and there's Genesis. We have to install that first. That's the framework. We don't activate Genesis. We activate the child theme. Add a new one. Upload. Choose file, and here's the latest Dynamic Website Builder 1.9.6. We'll install that. This is the one we activate. And it's activated. First thing I'll do here now is go and create a menu. Oops, menu, you can call it whatever you like. This is what I always call them. And click that and add it to the menu. And we'll click here, primary nav, and we'll automatically add new ones. Save the menu. Okay, so let's go see what our site looks like so far. Well, here's WordPress 3. As you can see, that's where I had my sample. So let me change that to 4. And that's it. Not a whole lot there, is there? But we're going to change that quickly. So back to the back end. Let me go ahead and add a new page. And we're going to call this home. And just publish it so that we can go over to settings, reading. I'm pretty sure I clicked publish. Oh, I guess it didn't go all the way. We need to go back over to settings and reading so that we can set this home page as our front page. And save changes. And while we're here, let's just go save our permalinks, even though we're not going to be using them that much. Let's go take a look. Any change? Reload here. Yep, except we need to do 2 things. Move this over here and get rid of the home. So let's go ahead and do that. That's the page title we don't want showing up. So, where are we? Appearance, menus. Let's just correct the order, say menu, pages. Now we need to get the page ID, so we hover over the home page, we look down on the bottom left and it'll say the post equals 9, so that's the ID. So we go to Genesis, Dynamic Settings, General Settings, Page Titles. We want to remove page title, page ID 9. Save. Let's go make sure we're doing the right thing. Yep, there's page title gone, and the menu's in the correct order. Okay, well, let's see. I guess we should make ourselves a form. So we'll go to Forms, Add New, and they have a handy template already done up for a Contact Us form, so we'll just load that template, save us having to do it. And there we have it. Name, first name, last name, email, website, subject, and message. And I'm going to remove the CAPTCHA because I'm not going to be entering the public and private keys here. For this, we'll just click on the trash icon, just so it's not cluttering things up. Pardon me for just a second. Okay, now if we were to just publish it now like this, well, let's just go ahead and create it, and I'll show you. Here's a preview. Doesn't look like much, but we want to get the short code, so we're just going to click on that, copy it, go back to our pages, front page, and we're going to just plunk it in here, date, go have a look, and well, there's your standard looking contact forms, stacked vertically, but we're going to make it horizontal and a nice background, full width, or edge to edge, I'll say. So back over here, I'm going to get rid of that. Update that. So let's go make our form inline. So we're going to have the first name, the last name, and email on one row, top row, then website, subject, and message on the second row with the submit underneath it. So you click on the field and the options, and class layout, CSA layout classes is what controls that. So get rid of that and click first and 1/3. Okay, because we're going to have 3 columns. So this is the first one. You do this in the first column in a row. We'll do that, and last name, options, and phone, you'll get rid of that, and we just put 1/3. And the email options, that, and 1/3. Then this is the beginning of our second row. So website, that, and again, delete that, click first because it's in the first column, and then 1/3. Subject, options, delete, and 1/3, and then message, down to the options, delete that, 1/3, close that up, and click update. Now if we were to go look on our front end, you don't see anything there. Why? Because we took the code out, didn't we? I forgot about that. So let's go fix that. Make sure I have my code on the clipboard. Go back to pages. Now here we're going to go right into Beaver Builder. I don't think we need the tour at the moment. And row layouts, we're only going to need a 1 column one for this. So let's just go add that. We're going to add a text editor, and in the editor we're going to paste that shortcode and hit save. And there is our form in a row. So let's click done, publish changes, and go back to edit the page. Now we're going to come down here. By default, this is the default page setting with a sidebar. We don't want that. We want full width layout. And then we'll update that. And now that we have Genesis installed, go back to our plugins, and now we can activate Dambuster. And now go back to our home page, the page itself, and Dambuster will be at the bottom, and we want to enable it for this page, and we want full width on the template width. Header, we want to have everything there, so we'll uncheck that, and we'll uncheck all these other ones because we just wanted to give it the edge to edge for this. You can see that you can control just about everything here. And remove background, doesn't matter because we don't have one. Now we can update that. Now if we launch the page builder, you can see there we have a full width one. It's hard to tell right now because we're going to do some changes here in the row. So we click row settings. We want a full width row but fixed content. And for the background we want a photo. And the photo we want, I'll go select it here. Now where did I put that? Oh, I think I put it right here. Where's my mustard field? That's the one there. Select that. Starting to look familiar. But while we're here in the row settings, let me do some changes. We're going to pick the padding out of the top and the bottom. And click Save. Done. Publish changes. Let's go look at the front end. It's starting to look like you saw it. Let's just make a few other changes. One of the things I had on the site just to show that it was not just that form. Let's put a text editor here in a new row. And over here I've got my handy dandy Lorem Ipsum. Just so we get something in there to make it look like something, and save that. And done. Publish changes. Now, the rest of this is going to be just tweaking the settings in the form. So let's go ahead and do that. Go over to settings. And there's really nothing here we want so much as in the styles. Form title, the field labels I changed. I do believe I had those as what? A little bit lighter, and I didn't have them bold. I had them normal. And the descriptions I had as 0080C0. I know that color, and save the style. And the other thing I had was the buttons. The border background color was 0080C0, and the text was white. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that does it. Let's go look at the front. Yep, first, last, and the names. I think I had the font size a little bigger, but that's where you would change it is in the styles. Form description, not that so much, the field labels. Let's make those 16, and the description labels as 14. And then we'll save styles. And then I think I also had in Page Builder, I added another chunk of text right up here to effective, complete, and submit this form to contact us. And let's click on the kitchen sink icon so we can select the text and set it to, oh, let's go heading 2, and we'll make it white and bold, and we're going to change the bottom here to get rid of that margin. Save that, and here in this row on the top we're going to set that to 0 and the bottom to 0, so it tightens things up a little bit. Save that, done, publish changes, and that pretty much wraps it up. There you go. And of course you can play around and tweak that to your heart's content, but yeah, and I was happy to try that out because I was not aware that you could inline or make your form like that with Formidable. So I learned something new. So thanks for watching, and see you again later. Okay, bye-bye.